Okay, go ahead.
Okay, hi. Hi. So I'm going to show you some pictures of what an illusion is. Do you guys see this? It's like a pipe. It's like a short pipe that looks like it's going over the ground and vice versa. This is a picture of a man. He drew a picture on the street and it looks like the guy's hanging onto the pole. And you guys have done this before. It's like a common way of taking pictures, and this is also what an illusion is. So, you guys have seen illusions or optical illusions in some kind of classes or exhibits, but have you guys really figured out what an illusion is in our daily lives? So, illusion has two meanings. One is an erroneous perception of reality, and another meaning is the erroneous concept or belief. And one of a famous life coach, Emmett Soda, has mentioned in his article that our lives are defined in a belief structure, and it is true because we're here as a student of TGUISS, and because you passed the test, you chose to be here, and you thought you'll get the right education at the school, I hope. And so, why aren't people realizing illusion in our daily lives? Well, I thought because my straight answer is that we're not realizing it because our lives are related to illusions very naturally and by knowing why it occurs. So take a look at this picture. When you walk into a town and you see stores all over with the windows, you see the stores with windows all over, and when you walk past these windows during the daytime, you'll see yourself. You'll see the reflection of yourself and your background, plus what is going on inside the store. So you're kind of sometimes you see a person inside the store, but he or she looks like it's standing right next to you, but it's actually not. So that's kind of like a natural way of finding illusions in our daily lives. And so illusions. So I showed you some of the pictures in the first 3 slides. But when you figure out an illusion, you kind of have like a bell ringing inside your head, and you kind of have a bell ringing inside your head. And in Al Shackle's TED Talk from last term, he has shown a picture of a tall apartment building having balconies sticking up on each floor, and he showed 2 views of that apartment, and one is coming from the bottom. It looks like this. It's parallelogram balcony. Is that right? Parallelograms balconies. And he showed another one that is from the side view. It looks like this. It looks like it's tilting down, but it's actually not. So he showed this just for fun, but I don't know if he actually. No, he didn't say that this was made as an illusion. So I thought that illusions can be dangerous in some ways. And speaking of danger, this is not an optical illusion, but we have this thing called the blind spots. So if you guys can hold up your paper and then cover your right eye and stare at the black spot and then move the paper far away from you, you'll find a certain spot where the cross is missing. Do you guys see that?
Which way am I supposed to hold it?
It doesn't really matter, but hold your paper with the left hand and cover your right, and bring your right hand to the right eye, and then stare at the black spot, and then move the paper far away, and you'll find the spot where the cross is missing. If you're here, last year, you might have done this in biology class, and try with the other eye. And this time you can stare at the cross, and then you'll see the black spot missing. Do you guys see that? Okay, so this is happening because human eyes have what's called blind spots in each of the eye, and inside of the retina, which the optical nerve goes to the brain. And both of the eyes have it symmetrically, so if one eye has a spot missing, the other eye covers it up for it, so it kind of compensates. And sometimes there are problems and concerns about the blind spots. You might face this problem in about 3 years during your drive, and what happens is when the driver looks back from the mirror, you can't see the back, so you can't see if the car is coming from the back, and so there are accidents happening. But you can't avoid blind spot because we have to live with it, and we're living it. We have to live with it, and you can't avoid blind spots unless you turn into a completely different species. So what people do is pay attention, like give maximum attention to all the car mirrors attached to it. And also, car companies are developing new mirrors just like this one. So it has like a mirror inside of a mirror, and it's like a different angle, so you won't have a spot missing. And so the difference between the illusions and the blind spots is that illusions are when you're visualizing something wrong, and blind spots are when you can't see what's there. But the connection is that illusions and blind spots both have a replacement of something else. Like so for illusions, the replacement would be the erroneous perception of reality, and for the blind spots, it would be the other eye because it compensates the other eye. So it's covering up the missing spot. And yeah, this is what I just said. Do you guys understand that? Okay, so
running out of time.
I am? Okay, sorry. So take a look at this picture. Sorry. Okay, so illusions and blind spots have something in common, and I think the most you can do is to pay attention to your surroundings and take a look at this picture. Do you guys notice everyone holding an electronic except for this one guy in the back, circled in red? Yeah. And so what you can do is just like the people in the back. Well, if you're looking down at the electronics, you won't notice what your surroundings are, except for this one guy. So if you have been taking a photo shot, you won't notice except for this guy. So I think that not just avoiding what's around, you can't avoid what's surrounding you, but you can pay attention to your surroundings to miss to find a new reality. Thank you.
All right, thank you.